Hello and welcome to Global Racing Esports Network. I'm your host, Mike Lester, and we're here tonight once again with those guys from the Global Racing League and the Xfinity Series here at Nashville um, Super Speedway for the Grand Old Nashville 150. As we watch, we're about to wrap up practice within the next 2 minutes. We watched Don Blazer go around the track here on practice. This track is a very fast track. It's only a 1.3 mile track, but it runs like a mile and a half track. It runs really fast. You got a little bit of everything in this race. Uh, you got the high accelerations coming out of the turns, but you also got the brakings going into the turns, and you got to get down to that white line, yellow line down there at the bottom and get that slingshot off the turn. As you see Don Blazer going high coming off the turn to get that fast speed going down that backstretch. I see Chuck Cobb out there, and Chuck Cobb's one of the guys who's had a kind of up and down weekend. Had some trouble in the truck race yesterday, so he's looking to rebound tonight and get himself a good finish. Steve Gerber not panning too well out in the truck race as well. Jeffrey Weimer having technical issues, steering wheel just shutting off on him and taking his car. Luckily, he didn't take anybody out with him, but he was out of the race early yesterday, so he's looking to rebound tonight. Hopefully, everything stays intact for him. Stephen Hayes led a lot of those. Led last week's winner. Sorry, 2 weeks ago's winner from Charlotte. Stephen Hayes out here tonight led a lot of the race yesterday in the truck. So watch Stephen Hayes. He's also on top of the speed charts. So watch for Stephen Hayes to make a showing out of tonight's race. Yeah, you've got Ricky Hudgens. Ricky Hudgens is currently sitting at 9th and quickest on the speed charts. We'll have 13 cars out there tonight, so that's not a bad number. We'd like to have more, so if you're interested in joining Global Racing League and you meet the qualifications, come over here and race these Xfinity cars with us. Put your application in, and we'll definitely look at you and bring you in and give you a chance. As you see at the end of the practice, Ricky Hutchins decides to do his victory burnout prematurely. All right. So off the qualifying we go. And who's going to be the first one out? Everybody just sitting down there on pit road waiting. Ron Harrington's going to be the guy out there. Ron Harrington making his Global Racing Xfinity debut in that 66 Saga car. Stephen Hayes coming out with him. We'll ride along with Stephen Hayes on his first lap. Steve Gerber, Don Blazers also have came out on the track. We'll catch up with them after this first lap from Stephen Hayes. David Halsey, who was sitting second in the speed charts in practice, he's out on the track as well. So everybody, a lot of these guys trying to get out there and get that laps out of the way so they can sit there and make the final adjustments before the race. DJ Honeycutt out there saying, good luck, everyone. Let's make it a good one. I guarantee you these guys will. They put a good show on every week, so Nashville is a fun race to watch, so I guarantee you that they're going to put on a fun race for you guys to watch. Stephen Hayes coming across the board. Of course, he's takes the top spot with a 30.33. Don Blazer, his first lap was 30.87. Steve Gerber, 31.11. Ron Harrington, 30.92. David Holsey jumps up on the top of the speed charts with his first lap. Ties it actually with Stephen Hayes. So I think all night long, these two guys will be battling each other. Michael Thorpe coming in with a 30.25. Stephen Hayes going to get the outside pole so far. Let's see what Dave Holsey can do on his second lap. See if he can better that 30.33. He is unable. Oh, no, yes, he does. He takes the pole with a 30.14. DJ Honeycutt out there. Points leader for the ARCA series and the truck series, trying to see if he can three-peat it and get that lead away from Michael Thorpe. Michael Thorpe having a big lead so far, is like 170 points away from Dale Brooks, which it's going to increase even more because Dale Brooks is not with us tonight. Not sure why he's not out there, but he's not out there. Michael Thorpe just sitting on the... Michael Hayes taking over the second spot from Michael Thorpe with that first lap with a 30.20. If he can better that, he might have a chance to take the pole away from David Holsey. Jason Schilling and Jeff Weimer looks like they're coming out to do their their laps. Oh, that's Mike Hayes. That must have been his second lap, so he's down and away. Jason Schilling. Jeff Weimer showing ninth quickest so far on his first lap. Coming to take this checkered flag on the second lap. Let's see if he can better the 31.35. See where he's gonna. 30.98 does not do better than ninth place. Jeffrey Weimer's had such a down season, unlike his previous seasons where he's been in the top 5, top 10 in the points throughout the season. He just hasn't been able to find that magic here in the Xfinity Series. Jason Schilling can finish his second lap. Looked like his first lap did not count. He must have touched the wall. Let's see what he does on his second lap. Second lap, he puts a 31.48 in there. So Jason Schilling, out of everybody who qualified, Jason Schilling is going to be last. All right, and that was the last qualifier of the day. So we are going to go to the gridding process. Why did that pop up? I do not know. Let's get that out of there. You guys don't need to see that. Now these guys are starting with the doing the start grid. So that's a new feature that iRacing and Global Racing has instituted in these races. But before we get into all of that, let's get into why won't my grid come up? What is going on with my silly ear? Alright, so we're just going to read the grid off for you, even though it's not popping up here. So, David Holsey is going to be your pole setter. Mike Hayes is going to be second. Michael Thorpe third. Stephen Hayes fourth. Don Blazer fifth. Steve Gerber sixth. DJ Honeycutt seventh. Ron Harrington is eighth. Jeffrey Weimer is ninth. Jason Schilling is 10th. Ricky Hudgens is 11th. Brian Britt is 12th. Chuck Cobb is going to round out the drivers tonight, and he's going to be 13th. See if I can make some while we're waiting for these guys to. I'm gonna see if. Whoops. Background. And we're fixing to go. Green flag racing. David Halsey's going to be your leader tonight. Or you're going to be your green
flag.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix my. Let's see if we can get that back running for you guys here. And there we go. All right, so David Halsey leading us through the first lap. You see Michael Hayes taking second place. Stephen Hayes trying to get third. Now Michael Hayes is looking on the inside to try to take the lead away from Dave Halsey. Dave Halsey's going to lead that first lap. 3 wide for second place. Michael Thorpe underneath Michael Hayes. Stephen Hayes right behind his brother, pushing him. David Halsey being pulled away. So, heated battle up here, second, third, fourth, and fifth. You got to bring Don Blazer in there, get him involved. DJ Honeycutt making some passes. As you see, a little bit of a blinking problem for old DJ, but we'll see if that fixes itself. Oh, Michael Thorpe goes around.
Did you hear any static, like somebody was keying up on your radio just a few minutes ago?
Let's go back and see what happened with Michael Thorpe as he comes around. I think Michael Thorpe has got to be one of the luckiest guys in iRacing because he gets himself involved in as you see, he's already, as we go back to where the yellow flag came out, we already see that he's already started to go sideways after Stephen Hayes has passed him. You see it. So I don't know why they call the yellow why he got called the yellow, because he was down off the speed trap, but it was nonetheless, they called the yellow for a solo spin of Michael Thorpe, the number 34. I didn't see him hit anything, so I don't think he's got any damage, but he's still going to come down the pit road, make sure that there is no damage to the car. I want to welcome everybody over there on YouTube who's watching tonight. You guys got any favorites that you want to let us know? You want anybody to give a shout out to? Give us a shout out here. Let us know who you're rooting for. David Halsey continues to lead. Mike Hayes and Stephen Hayes. Now fourth place is going to go to Don Blazer. DJ Honeycutt sitting in fifth. Steve Gerber 6th. 7th is Jeffrey Weimer. Hoping Jeffrey Weimer figures something out tonight and maybe gets himself a top 5 or even better, a top 3. Love to see Jeff Weimer back in on the podium. Ricky Hudgens, another one of those guys who has some. He's a good race driver. He finds some issues here and there and gets himself into the wrong place. You see Brian Britt now going down pit road. Brian Britt, the broadcaster over there in PMN, finding his way down pit road and probably going top off and get an extra couple of drops of fuel. No, he's going to get tires and all. That's a bold decision to change 4 tires there. We only ran about 4 laps, and two of them have been under caution. Sorry, 6 laps, but 3 of them under caution. That's going to put Brian Britt all the way back to 13th spot. Michael Thorpe's definitely going to have some climbing to do here. Falling back 9 spots from his 3rd place starting spot. Now sitting in 12th. And this is where you find yourself getting into some messes. You try to push that car a little too hard to try to get back where you were, and one mistake by you or a car around you ends your day. So Thorpe definitely has to be careful coming through the field. He's got a fast car, but he's got to drive it smartly. Why is my FPS so bad today? All right, well, pace car is down. Going to go back to green flag racing. David Holsey once again is going to take him to the start-finish line. Green flag is out. Mike Hayes battling with his brother for 2nd place. Stephen Hayes looks like he's got the advantage going into the turn. He's going to take the 2nd place away from Mike Hayes. Don Blazer back there in 4th, was going to look and try to get into Mike Hayes, but Mike Hayes closes that door pretty quickly after Stephen Hayes gets by him. You see Steve Gerber back there. He's in 5th place now, with DJ Honeycutt and Jeff Weimer right behind him. Big story tonight. 2nd place in the point standing driver, Dale Brooks, not in the race tonight. Hope everything's okay with Mr. Brooks. We watched the battle right here for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th between Stephen Hayes, Mike Hayes, and Don Blazer. Right about a half a second in front of Stephen Hayes is our race leader, David Holsey. Everybody looks like they're getting into a straight line there. Sorry about that. My throat was a lot dry. Nothing has changed, though. David Halsey still continuing to lead. Stephen Hayes, Mike Hayes, Don Blazer, Steve Gerber. Michael Thorpe now has moved up 3 positions from where he restarted at, passing Jason Schilling for 9th place. Now he sets his sight on Jeffrey Weimer in the 8th spot. Oh, got Brian Britt off the track. Let's give Brian Britt some airtime. Ooh, Brian comes up, hits that wall very hard. Yeah, it gets back on the track. And, even though this is a very fast track, those kind of side hits don't necessarily hurt you too bad. They probably will definitely change the steering of your car, but you can still go around this track fast. At least in the trucks, I hit the wall yesterday, and I was still able to drive my normal speeds. It's just the truck started handling differently. And these ARCA cars, I think, can take a little bit more of a hit than the trucks can. So Brian Britt's probably going to be all right. We'll see. We'll watch him and keep an eye on him, see how well he does there. Right now, the battling is still 2nd, 3rd, and 4th between Stephen Hayes, Mike Hayes, and Don Blazer. Michael Thorpe getting the position away from Jeff Weimer. Now Jeff Weimer gets passed by it's under fire from Jason Schilling and Chuck Hobbs right there as well. Jeff Weimer now and Chuck Cobb back here battling for the 10th and 11th position. See Ron Harrington back here from Rosters Wraps. He's back here just cruising along on a nice Monday night ride. That's we'll go to Brian Britt just to go through the field, sitting there back in 13th spot. Back up front, David Halsey continues in the lead, building on that lead up to almost a 2nd lead over Stephen Hayes. Nashville is one of those races of nutrition. You're not going to, especially if they're only having 13 drivers on the track, you're not going to see a lot of cautions out there once these guys start getting spaced out. So you're definitely going to have to sit there and pace yourself, because you're going to be doing a lot of turning here, and you're going to be doing a lot of stress on your arms after a while. It's going to get real tiring. Luckily for these guys, they're not doing the full Xfinity schedule or laps. The long run setups is going to come in definitely on tonight. So if you don't have a long run setup, you're going to get eaten up, especially if we do not have any cautions. We've had one earlier for Michael Thorpe self spin, but other than that, we have been green. Chuck Cobbs is finally able to make the pass on Jeff Weimer and get out around him and get some clean air in front of him for a second. Michael Thorpe passed Ricky Hudgens and now setting his sights on DJ Honeycutt. DJ Honeycutt battling out there with Steve Gerber. right there. So they kind of trapping Thorpe right there behind the two drivers. Unless Thorpe wants to make it 3 wide, he's got to sit there and wait for one of these guys to pass each other. Right now, it's like somebody going really slow in the fast lane and somebody going the equal amount of speed on them, equal amount of speed on the slow lane, and you just can't get around them. Well, let's go ahead and let's go into Michael Thorpe's cockpit there. As you see it, he's sit there and has to wait for these two drivers to figure out who's going to be in front, and he's got to pick to go with somebody. As you see DJ Honeycutt now getting past Steve Gerber, and Thorpe coming with him. Oh, Mike, as we speak, Mike Hayes has gotten around Stephen Hayes, or I think that was already, Mike Hayes was already around Stephen Hayes. I'm not sure. I get the Hayes mixed up here, but looks like Mike Hayes is catching back just a little bit of time on Dave Halsey. At the line, we'll see what the last time around, Mike Hayes was just the slightest bit quicker than David Halsey. Not by much, but by enough to bring it down to half a second gap between him and the leader. At the line this time, again, Mike Hayes just the slightest bit quicker than David Halsey, and worked it down to 0.4 of a second behind David Halsey. You see the battle for the lead going to definitely heat up here in a couple of laps if it continues the way it's going. Michael Thorpe is able to pass DJ Honeycutt, put him up in 5th place. Back up front, Mike Hayes is there. Mike Hayes is on the bumper of David Halsey. Now catching Halsey is one thing. Getting around him is an entirely different story. As at the last time at the line, Mike Hayes was 7/100ths of a second faster, but now we got a battle for the lead. Mike Hayes looking on the inside of David Halsey. David Halsey giving him enough room, but making sure he doesn't have enough to come up. So David Halsey tried to get that exit speed coming off of the turn, but Mike Hayes got too much for him right now going into turns 3 and 4. Looks like Mike Hayes will lead this lap. David Halsey trying to fight back on the inside. Mike Hayes kind of closes the door there. Mike Hayes is going to be your new leader tonight. In the beginning of the race, or at qualifying, I said that David Halsey and Stephen Hayes was going to have the race to watch. But I guess I was wrong on what Hayes I was talking about, because Mike Hayes and David Halsey are the ones battling right now. Mike Hayes pulling away from David Halsey by 2/10 now. Goes back to what we were saying earlier. Longer setups on races like Nashville, where you're not going to see a lot of green flag, or not a lot of yellow flags will be waving. You got that long run setup. It pays dividends on races like this. Michael Thorpe actually making it up to third place. Let's see. And he's 2/10 of a quicker, 2/10 of a second quicker than our leader, Mike Hayes. I don't know if Mike, if he took tires. Let's see, last time, let's see, this time by. This time by, he was 1/10 quicker than Mike Hayes. While we got a moment, everything's starting to quiet down as we see Michael Thorpe now taking the second place away from Dave Halsey and setting his sights on our leader, Mike Hayes. I think he did take tires the last time he was in. He was in there for 14 minutes and 50 seconds and his pit time. So he's probably got 5 flat fresher tires, but I don't know if that makes that much of a difference when it comes to the speeds that he's putting down right now. Slowing up just a little bit now. He got 31.65 to Mike Hayes is 31.71, so tires look like it's going to be balancing out. "36 laps already in the books." Michael Thorpe and Michael Hayes up front. And it's pretty normal to see these two guys up front. Usually you got your Dale Brookses up front, you got your Mike Hayeses up front, your Thorpes up front, your David Halsey, and every once in a while you get Stephen Hayes also up there. Every once in a while we get like Don Blazer coming up there. You get a DJ Honeycutt who's having a couple of races in here. But we got week in and week out, you see these two drivers, Michael Hayes and Michael Thorpe, up front on a continuous basis, week in and week out. Stephen Hayes is falling off here. He's fell back to 5th and now being under fire from Don Blazer to lose the 5th position. He's able to stay in front of Don there. Didn't exactly see what's happened to Stephen make him fall that far. Oh, Ricky Hudgens says Ricky Hudgens No yellow flag. Let's see what happened to Ricky. And oh, how wow, good. How was that not a yellow flag when they threw a yellow flag on Michael Thorpe and he was off of the track. Uh, Ricky was spinning down the front stretch. It looks like he does not get hit. He doesn't hit anything, so that's good for Ricky. I don't know how iRacing did not call that a yellow, but yet called Michael Thorpe's self spin is a yellow. You see now Michael Thorpe putting the pressure on the 99. Door to door for the lead. Coming off turn 4, Hayes gets a little sideways. Gives the advantage to Thorpe. Mike Hayes does a great job saving it. But in the process, loses the lead to Michael Thorpe. But I think he would rather take second right now than a banged up car. Michael Thorpe leading the race tonight after having a self spin at lap 4. It's like Ricky Hudgen staying on the track after that spin. Brian Britt 1 lap down. Sorry, 2 laps down. Or 3 laps down. Oh, he might be 4 laps down. No, he's 3 laps down. Michael Thorpe opening up his lead over Mike Hayes. Almost a second lead. David Halsey falling back to 4th position behind DJ Honeycutt. Don Blazer still working on Stephen Hayes for that 5th spot. Got Steve Gerber, Chuck Cobb coming into the pits. Oh, it looks like Chuck Cobb has been in the pits. I do believe his night is over once again. Steve Gerber coming back out on the track. Their leader, Michael Thorpe, continuing to open up the gap between him and Michael Hayes, up to 1.4 seconds now. DJ Honeycutt back here in third position. Coming up on the slow car of Ron Harrington. Ron's going to stay low and let him pass. DJ comes into turns 1 and 2. David Halsey sitting there in fourth. David Halsey leading a lot of these laps in the first part of this run. Stephen Hayes is going to close out the top 5. Jason Schilling is coming down pit road now. You see Jason Schilling gets in there and gets some much needed fresh tires. Once he knew he could go do it in 2 laps, he comes in and gets those 4 fresh tires. Ricky Hudgens still out there. Oh, Ricky Hudgens coming in. Is he going to come in? Oh, looks like he did a perfect execution on getting down into the pit road. And at one point, it looked to me like he was going to be going too fast down pit road and get a penalty, but it looked like he got it locked down in time, and he's going to come to the attention of his crew. Stephen Hayes now is also down. Michael Thorpe continuing to Mike Hayes must have came in while we didn't realize it. He had a pretty good pit time, not as good as Stephen Hayes. Michael Thorpe continuing to do some lapping on some people here, as he's going to approach Jason Schilling and try to put him another lap down. But Jason Schilling's got his fresh tires, is not going to put up with it. Michael Thorpe staying out on those tires, as well as DJ Honeycutt and David Halsey. No, David Halsey, I do believe. No, David Halsey. He had to come in as well, or he had to stay out as well. So top 4 guys have not pitted yet. Mike Hayes, Steve Gerber, Stephen Hayes definitely liking it. They want them to stay out as long as possible without a caution coming out. Each lap, these guys are losing valuable time to these guys who've already been in the pit road. Now Michael Thorpe pitted on his self spin earlier in the race and took 4 tires, so he had fresh tires. He's also down a set. And as we seen yesterday, everything can stay green, and then at the end of the race, once one yellow comes out, they just start piling up. You got people being a little bit less careful at the end of the race, pushing a little bit more. Those extra set of tires could pay dividends at the end of the race. As you see, Michael Thorpe now coming down pit road. Getting down, and DJ Honeycutt's going to come by, and he's going to stay out to lead a lap. David Halsey's going to stay out as well as Don Blazer. Yeah, I mean, even if you run the gas out, you still need to do one more pit stall or one more pit stop. As you see DJ slowing down, he's coming down pit road. You see Michael Hayes goes around him to get his lap back. And we'll see what the damage has been done with Michael Thorpe. Michael Thorpe has already, he hasn't even come out of pit road yet. And he's already back down to 5th place. Make that 6th place now. DJ Honeycutt's down pit road, if y'all could see him. David Halsey's going to regain the lead off of via Mike, everybody pitting. He takes the lead back. Has not pitted yet, him and Don Blazer. You see Jeff Weimer with those fresh tires going to come around and get his lap back. Or one of his laps back, as you got Stephen Hayes. He's got Stephen Hayes right there behind him. So the gap between Mike Hayes and Michael Thorpe now is almost 7.5 seconds. So that tells you staying out on them older tires does not really pay dividends. The only thing that you could hope for is a caution and trap some guys a lap down. But Michael Thorpe is fast, so definitely potential to see Michael Thorpe catch right back up to Mike Hayes. He's got about 5 laps fresher tires than Mike Hayes does. As you see Don Blazer now taking the lead from David Halsey. He's going to come over here and lead a lap. David Halsey and Don Blazer have not pitted yet, and we're going out on lap 63. Sorry, we're about to finish lap 64. So these guys are stretching that fuel mileage. Michael Thorpe catching the back of Stephen Hayes. And if I know this rivalry between Stephen Hayes and Michael Thorpe like I think I do, Stephen Hayes is not going to make it easy for Michael Thorpe to get around him. As you see, I'm catching up to the 21 of Ricky Hudgens, who's a lap down. As you see, Michael Thorpe thinking about trying to make it 3 wide with Ricky Hudgens on the outside. Thinks better of it. Gets back underneath Stephen Hayes. Brian Britt right there going to be a try to make him a pick there. David Halsey, Don Blazer now coming into the pit road. That's going to hand the lead back over to Mike Hayes. Now you got a battle for second place. Stephen Hayes and Michael Thorpe. Stephen Hayes is going to try the crossover. Michael Thorpe pinning Stephen Hayes down to the bottom. Looks like Michael Thorpe finally going to get around Stephen Hayes. Let's check for some let's see, Jason Schilling having a good run over there in 6th place. Steve Gerber getting him the top 5 run so far. DJ Honeycutt, after staying out a little bit longer than everybody else, he's sitting there in 4th place. David Holsey and Don Blazer falling all the way back to 7th and 8th place, respectively. And they're almost, like a 28-second gap between Don Blazer and Michael Hayes. Right now, Michael Hayes is milking a 6-second lead over Michael Thorpe. We got to see some green flag pit stops. And I know Kenny always likes to see green flag pit stops, so race control is real happy tonight. All right, so let's go ahead and ride in with our leader here. We'll do a little crank it up for you guys. All right, so Mike Hayes continuing to lead this race. 5 seconds is the gap between him and Michael Thorpe. See Hayes getting a little bit loose coming out of turn 2. Still got 12 cars out on the track. Chuck Cobb is the only car out of the race. Yeah, Brian Britt's still out there trying to get him some positions. He's trying to track down Ron Harrington. He's a lap down from Ron, but he's still out there trying to put the best face forward to that PMN car over there. So Ron Harrington and Jeff Weimer, Ricky Hudgens are one lap down. So these guys are going to be battling for the lucky dog position. Gap now has come down to 3 seconds. Michael Thorpe using everything that he can to get back up there to Mike Hayes. About another 22 laps. Should start seeing green flag pit stops once again. And that should take us to the end of the race. If we stay green as we did, everything kind of stretched out right now. Not a lot of stuff going on. Michael Thorpe's pushed to the front. It seems to be the big story at the moment. He's got a slow car of, I believe, is Ron Harrington in between those two cars. Yep, that is Ron Harrington in the 66 car. He's officially a teammate to our leader right now. So will Ron Harrington try to, maybe slow Michael up just a little bit? I don't think he will. I think Ron Harrington is going to stay to the top side and let Thorpe get on that low side, come around him. Two seconds now is the gap between Mike Hayes and Michael Thorpe. Another 5 seconds behind Michael Thorpe is DJ Honeycutt, sitting in third place. Definitely a good run for DJ tonight. Definitely want to give a big shout out to Donnie Honeycutt, unable to race with us tonight, and hate to see that, but understand the reasonings why. Back up front, Michael Hayes now with a 1.3 second lead over Michael Thorpe. Michael Thorpe is closing in quickly. Look at Stephen Hayes racing all by himself back here in the fourth position. Stephen Hayes having a little bit of lagging issues there. I think tonight's just a lagging night for everybody. David Halsey sitting there in fifth place. Steve Gerber, sixth. Don Blazer, seventh. Eighth's going to go to Jason Schilling. Ninth, Ricky Hudgens. In the top 10 is going to round out with Jeffrey Weimer. Now, I would just love to see something good happen for Jeff this season, because I think he's seen everything. He's had race suspensions. He's had bad finishes, and when he had good cars, his freaking steering wheel was shut off on him, causing him to crash. Just something's got to turn around for this 73 machine. Michael Thorpe right there now in striking distance of our leader, Michael Hayes. Valerie Fuller saying, "Go, Michael Thorpe." We got some Thorpe fans out there. It's always good to see Michael Thorpe, young kid, gonna have his future be in real time racing. So definitely look forward to one day seeing him on the regular TV. Big shout out to Valerie. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting these guys, and thank you for supporting your grandson. Right now, that 34 of Michael Thorpe pressuring our leader, Mike Hayes. You know, we continue to watch the battle for the lead. Don Blazer was able to pass Steve Gerber for 6th place. Kind of want to keep it right here on this battle between Steve Gerber and Mike Hayes, sorry, Michael Thorpe and Michael Hayes. Had Gerber on the mind there. Apologize. And you see Mike Hayes he's taking that line away from Michael Thorpe. Going to force Michael Thorpe to try to pass him on the high side. See Michael Thorpe looking low. Once again, Mike Hayes comes down and closes the door. I see Jason Schilling right there coming up, going to maybe .94 laps in the books. Dale's dad is watching. Go Thorpe. And that's from Dale Brooks Sr. Right now, Michael Hayes continuing to lead, forcing the 34 to look through at other avenues to try to get around. If you could control somebody's lane, definitely could control where they at. Because if they can't pass you on the outside and you take away that low side, they just got to follow you until you make a mistake. So that's probably what Mike Hayes is doing right now, taking that lane away from Thorpe, forcing him. Oh, you see Jeff Weimer looked high on the track there. Thorpe finally getting a nose underneath Michael Hayes. Ooh, Michael Hayes gets up and gets into the wall just a little bit, giving the lead over to Thorpe. Approaching lap 99. Almost up to 100 laps in the books. Oh, shoot. Sometimes I forget I'm the producer as well as we watch Michael Thorpe. Now the leader. David Halsey passing Stephen Hayes coming down pit road. And it's not a bad decision to come down this early. Can go the rest of the way on here, so he's going to definitely get the time. Jeffrey Weimer is coming down pit road as well. I think you'll start seeing a lot of people start to come down pit road. They're everybody should be within the window to do it on this last stop. Jeff Weimer coming back out on the track. Ron Harrington, he's coming in to do his final pit stop. Mike Hayes is going to come in. It's going to be looks like it's going to be a lot of what we had last time around. You had people stretching out the fields as long as they could, hoping for a caution. You got some people who are coming in when they know they can make it on this stop. Definitely we'll see what strategy plays out the best. Michael Thorpe continuing to stay out. DJ Honeycutt staying out with him. So is David Halsey. Well, it looks like, I don't know. We'll see if David Halsey comes in this time. No, it looks like he's going to stay out too, as well as Don Blazer. Now, these guys pitted a lot further down the road than the Stephen Hayeses and the Mike Hayeses. As you see, Mike Hayes back on the track. I guess he did lose his lap. Top four guys. DJ Honeycutt now coming down pit road. Michael Thorpe coming down the backstretch. Y'all let me know. Y'all tell me. Do y'all think it's a good decision for Michael Thorpe to stay out? As long as he's staying out with Michael Hayes, who was right behind him when he pitted. on those fresh tires. See Steve Gerber trying to come back and get one of his laps back. He's down 2 laps. Michael Thorpe still staying out there. Laps are winding down. See Michael Hayes, once everybody goes into pits, does their pits, Michael Hayes is going to probably regain the lead. We'll bring up the pit strategy and see where everybody. Michael Thorpe went 54 laps the last time around. Looks like he's going to probably do that once again. Now remember, he had like 3 lap older tires. He changed. So here he comes on down pit road now. As you see Michael Hayes getting his lap back when Michael Thorpe comes down pit road. David Halsey retaking the lead once again. See, Michael Hayes has already taken a position away from Michael Thorpe. Michael Thorpe just now coming onto the service lane. And so the gap between Michael Thorpe and Mike Hayes almost 11.5 seconds. We'll see if Michael Thorpe can overcome that in 38 laps. See David Halsey and Don Blazer, 2 cars who have not pitted yet. Michael Thorpe back here battling with Stephen Hayes. Stephen Hayes blinking a little bit there. Michael Thorpe's going to be able to get that position away from Stephen Hayes. Back up front, David Halsey continuing to stay out on the track, along with Don Blazer. So pit strategy is the name of the game tonight. Who had the better pit strategy? Are we going to see our second yellow? Only time will tell. We got 35 laps to tell it. David Halsey. Oh, David Halsey gets on the brakes coming down. Almost spins out on the front of pit road entrance. I do believe he is able to get down underneath the 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. You see Don Blazer now being under fire from 73 of Jeff Weimer trying to get a lap back. As you see, Don Blazer now comes in. Oh, hard, very hard on the brakes goes Don. But I do believe he got down in time not to get a pit road penalty there. So that's going to hand the lead back over to Mike Hayes. As he's going to put Dave Halsey down a lap. DJ Honeycutt, Jace, and Michael Thorpe battling for the second place. Michael Thorpe going down on the apron, trying to make it 3 wide. Thorpe pushing. Don Blazer, like says Don Blazer crashed, but no yellows come out. Let's see what happened to Don. Coming off of pit road. Oh, he gets out there on that grass, and there goes sideways goes Don Blazer, but no yellow comes out. That's good. He might have got a pit road penalty. And now we got 30 laps to go. Mike Hayes has got an 8-second gap to deteriorate there. Is he able to do it? Only time will tell. Michael Thorpe over here, a 7-second gap between him and first place Michael Hayes. And the lead is definitely fallen down to 7 seconds now. I do believe that Thorpe will probably catch him, and we're going to have an exciting finish to this Grand Old Nashville 150. Approaching 25 laps to go. Yeah, 26 laps to go. Can Michael Thorpe catch Michael Hayes and make a show out of this at the end of the race? 25 laps, we're going to have all the answers for you. Lead just under 5 seconds now between Michael Hayes and Michael Thorpe. 25 laps to go. I do believe Michael Thorpe has enough time to catch the back end of him. We'll see how wide Michael Hayes can make his car. Michael Hayes is catching up to some slower traffic. The 66 of Ron Harrington and the 73 of Jeff Weimer. Going to split them. They're going to. Michael Hayes is going to split them right there. Good job of all these cars just allowing the leaders to race. So my hat's off to all the lap down vehicles doing a great job of staying out of the way. Appreciate everything that every one of these drivers do tonight. Mike Hayes continuing to lead. The gap is now down to 2.5 seconds. As now Michael Thorpe has caught up to the lap traffic as well. He gets around Jeff Weimer with no problem. Michael Thorpe gets around Ron Harrington, no problem. 19 laps to go. He's got 19 laps to see if he can catch Michael Hayes, which Michael Hayes is right there, down to 1.3 seconds. I don't know if Michael Hayes is trying to save some of his tires. $18 laps to go at the line. We've seen on that last run, Michael Hayes making his car very hard to pass. We'll probably see a lot more of that now because now it's on the line. 17 to go. Battle for the lead. Michael Thorpe on the inside of Michael Hayes. Coming down the backstretch. Oh, look like they touched a little bit there. Michael Hayes or Michael Thorpe going to take the lead away from Michael Hayes. "15 laps to go. Michael Thorpe takes over the lead from Michael Hayes. Barring anything crazy happening to Thorpe's car, he might have the car, the win right here, and that was the move of the race. Michael Thorpe still up front. Michael Hayes in second. DJ Honeycutt third. Stephen Hayes fourth. David Halsey's going to be fifth. Steve Gerber sixth. Jason Schilling, the first car a lap down, in seventh spot. Jeffrey Weimer 2 laps down in eighth. Or Don Blazer 2 laps down in ninth. And Ron Harrington in 10th. That's your top 10. Ricky Hudgens, who's out of the race. So is Brian Britt. So there's only 10 cars on the track now. Michael Thorpe pulling away. I guess the pit strategy worked out better for Michael Thorpe than it did anybody else. Not to mention that he probably had he definitely has a fast car tonight. Let's see, the best lap. Who did the best lap? The best lap was performed by Michael Hayes at a 30.50. But right now, the only one that's doing fast laps right now is Michael Thorpe, doing the fastest lap on the track, 2 seconds ahead of Mike Hayes. At the line, we're going to have 10 laps to go. Want to welcome everybody in that's watching on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you guys for joining us tonight for the Global Racing League Xfinity Series. Global Racing Esports Network. I want to thank a big shout out to the Butt Kicker. For some strange reason, my logos are not working tonight, and it's not up there. But definitely want to give a big shout out to Butt Kicker and the rest of our sponsors. Do appreciate you guys, and 9 laps to go. Hope we put on a good show for you. Right now, the race battle right now is for that 4th spot. Stephen Hayes and David Halsey. Who has the better car at the end of the run? As you see, David Halsey pushing to get around Stephen Hayes. Some good racing going on back here for 4th place. You got the slow car of Jason Schilling right there. Eight laps to go. Halsey's able to get the 4th place away from Stephen Hayes. And nobody's getting that position away from Michael Thorpe. He's worked himself up to a 4-second lead over 2nd place Mike Hayes. And before we come to the conclusion of this race, just want to let everybody know we are off next week for the July 4th weekend. I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. If you're going to fire off some fireworks, have fun, but please, 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 please be careful. I do fireworks every year on 4th of July. These things are dangerous. If you mess around and goof off and thinking they're just toys, you're going to blow your hands off. So please, 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 if you're going to fire off some fireworks this weekend for the celebration of the birth of America, please, please be careful. Make sure you come away with all your fingers and toes and arms and legs. Just be careful on this 4th of July weekend. Back here, the closest battling right now is between Don Blazer and Jeffrey Weimer for the 8th and 9th position. So, I mean, not a 9th place ain't out of 13 drivers. Yeah, I mean it's not the best finish you want, but it's better than coming into double digits or out of the top 10. Three laps to go. Michael Thorpe just on cruise control right now. DJ Honeycutt taking over the 2nd place away from Mike Hayes. Let's go back and watch that real quick while we got a minute. You see DJ just getting on the inside and Mike Hayes not having any more tires left. Ooh, Mike Hayes gets up into the wall. Two laps to go. Ooh, sound like somebody just blew an engine. The white flag is in the air. Final lap. Michael Thorpe is going to go around turns 3 and 4 one last time. At the line, Michael Thorpe's going to be your winner tonight, continuing to hold on to the points lead and take the checkered flag. DJ Honeycutt coming around turn 4, going to the tri-oval, is going to take 2nd place. Mike Hayes hitting the wall. See if he's going to be able to. Let's see. Okay, that was Don Blazer, but he's able to take 3rd place, keep 3rd place. Dave Halsey's going to come home 4th. Stephen Hayes 5th. Steve Gerber 6th. Jason Schilling's going to be 7th. There you go. A little celebration from Michael Thorpe. Oh, not much celebration. Don Blazer. David Halsey. There's your celebration. Oh, Jeff Weimer. That's congratulations for you. And we're going to stop it right there, and that's going to be our interview shot right there. We're going to back that up just a little bit. All right, so we're going to leave it right there. All right, hold on. We get a good one here. Get it. Let's see. Let's see. All right, there we go. We're gonna leave it right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the interviews, let's go through the results here. Michael Thorpe's going to be your winner tonight. DJ Honeycutt is going to be your runner-up in second place. He's also going to be the biggest mover of tonight with 5 spots. Mike Hayes is third. Dave Halsey's fourth. Stephen Hayes fifth. Sixth is going to go to Steve Gerber. Seventh is Jason Schilling. Don Blazer eighth. Ninth is going to go to Jeffrey Weimer. 10th is going to be Ron Harrington. 11th is going to go to Ricky Hudgens. 12 is Brian Britt. And rounding out the top, the last of the 13, Chuck Cobb, out after 28 laps. So let's go to some of these. Let's go to some of these. Let's see who we got to do. We got to find Mike Hayes first here. Let me see. All right, Mike Hayes is already in the waiting room. Let's bring him down. Bring him down. He led a lot of the race. Had a really good race car up until the end of the race. Mike Hayes, Mike Lush in the booth. You got a copy? Oh, I didn't bring him down. Where did I move him to? I moved him to the boardroom. You know, bees. The bees are all, you know, boardroom, broadcast room. It's all the same. Michael Hayes, Mike Lush in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. First of all, sorry about moving you to the boardroom. Second of all, congratulations on a third place finish. You had a really strong car. Different pit strategies played big dividends in the way this race ended up. Michael Thorpe staying out longer on those tires and having those fresher tires at the end was a strategy that paid off the best. But he had a fast car, but so did you, man. Congratulations on your third place finish. It seemed you had a little rocky finish there, tapping the wall and coming sideways to the start finish line. But other than that, man, you had a great race, and congratulations. And give us your point of view of all the things that was happening out there tonight.
Yeah, I think Thorpe had the fastest car overall. So I was just we all as a team kind of decided we're gonna try to split the race up in thirds. So we just pit at around 50 and then 100. But yeah, I didn't have any match for Thorpe speed, long run speed. I just got way too tight after about 30 laps. And at the end of that long run, I was trying to push it really hard to stay ahead of Thorpe, but I ended up just blowing the right front like completely out, where I couldn't even turn in the corner anymore. And once I hit the wall, one of those times I hit the wall, I couldn't turn left anymore, so kind of messed myself up there.
Well, even with a tight car at the end, you still managed to pull a third place finish, and we're off next week for the 4th of July. But when we come back 2 weeks from today, I do believe, I want to think that y'all are going to be, let me see, I'm not real sure where that's going to be at. Let me see here. God, man. Oh, we're going to go to a road course here. No, that's July 2nd, so that's going to be... So when we come back for July 9th, it's going to be Atlanta Motor Speedway. That's going to be very interesting right there.
That brings up memories.
Yeah, so it's going to be very fun. I wonder if they're going to have the new track. Have the new track
I'm not sure.
Scan, and it'd be like the Atlanta Talladega. I mean, we're so close in distance in real life, we might as well be the same tracks, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely looking forward to watching the Atlanta race unfold, if that is where we're going to in 2 weeks. Man, before I let you go celebrate with the rest of the guys, you want to give a shout out tonight too?
Shout out to the team, Lazy Lizards. I think we all had pretty decent cars out there today. We all got super tight, but We all did pretty decent. Shout out to Global for having these races. As always, they're always eventful and fun. And yeah, shout out to you for broadcasting it. Thanks for broadcasting it.
I definitely want to thank you for that. And man, third place finish here tonight, man. Hopefully tomorrow or next week you can, or 2 weeks from today, you can come back up and talk to me once again. But man, until then, man, we look forward to seeing you on Thursday at Daytona in the ARCA cars. So everybody tune in. If you want to see Michael Hayes run over there in Daytona, tune in to Global Racing Esports Network on Thursdays at 8 o'clock. We'll see some good pack racing out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. All right, it was Michael Hayes. All right, next up line, we're gonna bring down to the boardroom the second place finisher and the biggest mover of the race, DJ Honeycutt. Mike Leshner Booth, you got a copy?
10-4, I got you.
Man, good race. Definitely tonight. You came out of nowhere to take that second place. Like I said, you're the biggest mover, so you were just slowly passing people without them even noticing that you were there, man. Give us a little bit of your perspective of what was going on tonight.
Yeah, it was a struggle there on the short run for me. It really took a long time for my tires to come in. I feel like the first stint was about 50 laps, it felt like, before I started to really start making up some time. But yeah, just like I always do, just try to save some tire for the long runs and slowly pick people off one by one and make my way towards the front. But Michael just had the best car out there. It doesn't matter if I had fresh tires or old tires, he was faster. And made a couple mistakes. Made one on pit road, just slipped in my box because I had my bias too high and cost me a couple seconds. And the grand scheme of things didn't really affect too much, but the little things. But yeah, I made some adjustments throughout the race with tire pressures to help me on the shorter run. But it definitely did help, and just pushed a little bit harder at the end to try to get by Mike after I seen he was struggling. I just came home in second place.
Yeah, his car said he was getting tight. So what were you facing out there?
It was more tight than loose, and my arms feel like they're about to fall off. It was wheeling them things out there, and yeah, it was pretty tight most of the time. I never really got too loose on any moments except when racing side by side with somebody, and me and Gerb, we were racing pretty good there for a little while and trying to get through lap traffic. Other than that, it was a pretty calm night. Didn't have anything to worry about. Just get my nose clean.
Well, one caution out of 150 laps was very good. And it's hard to believe the winner of the race is the one that self-spun himself early on, 3 or 4 laps into the race there. But other than that, everybody raced clean. Everybody stayed off of each other. Had a couple of issues on the track that I guess should have been really, if they threw a yellow flag for Thorpe's self-spin early in the race. Ricky Hudgens, he had a spin as well that was worse than Michael Thorpe's, and they didn't call the yellow flag on there. So iRacing really needs to do a better job of staying consistent on what they throw yellows at.
Yeah, it's these tracks with a lot of runoff. It's just really inconsistent with the flags, but I mean, nothing we can do about it. We just go out here and race, and if the flag falls, then we try to change our strategy accordingly and see how it plays out in the end.
All right, well, runner-up position, man, and the biggest mover tonight. That's nothing to shake a stick at, man. But you came into the iRacing, or not iRacing, but the Global Xfinity League kind of late in the season. But there's still opportunities for you to make the playoffs, man. With this finish, you should move up pretty well into the top 15 there. So a couple more good races like this, you should be in the playoff picture. How you liking your chances to get there?
Yeah, I came in late, like you said. I wasn't really expecting anything too major, but first couple little bad luck races, and the first two I did, and so far we're just like I do as always, try to be as consistent as possible, and the points will come.
Consistency is what counts. All right, man. Well, before we let you go, we're off next week. But before we come back there, I believe we're going to go to Atlanta. I have to double check that because I'm not too sure. But I believe we're going to Atlanta, man. How you liking your chances over at Atlanta?
Yeah, I've done pretty good in Atlanta and the officials before, so I'm fairly confident I can go out there and put on a good show.
There you go. All right, man. Before we let you go, man, who you want to give a shout out tonight to?
And shout out my dad and my brother Tyler. Tyler got on me yesterday for not giving him a shout out after the truck win, so I'll make sure I get him today. Yeah, unfortunately, fell one spot short. Maybe I could have swept the weekend since I won ARCA as well, but it is what it is. I'm happy for a good race, and yeah, shout out them and shout out for you for broadcasting and the league as always, because we have a lot of good guys out here.
All right. Well, congratulations once again on your runner-up position. We'll send you back down to the general, and have a good night, my friend.
You too, man.
All right. So now we talked to DJ. We talked to Michael Hayes. Now we got to talk to the man who won the race, the most exciting interviewer that Global has to offer. Michael Thorpe, Michael Lester in the booth. You got a copy?
Solid copy.
All right, man. Well, dude, you won the race. You had the fastest car. You were the class of the field tonight. Even with your self spin that had the only caution in this race, you were still able to battle back. Pit strategy was on your side. Everybody else had a different pit strategy than you, but yours paid off the best, man. What are your feelings right now?
Well, very happy I won the race, and having the grandma was able to watch, and Dad cheering me on.
Yeah,
And
Miss Valerie was out there on YouTube shouting out her favorite grandson, and giving him his best wishes, saying go Thorpe. I already shut it down, so I would tell you exactly what you said, but I've already shut my YouTube down. But anyways, man, congratulations on the win, and not only that is you exceed your points lead in the point standings for the year. You got to be happy about that.
oh yeah, 100%. I'm definitely gonna. I'm pretty sure this might secure my regular season championship, but it's kind of literally to say that. But I'm happy with it.
And grandma might get on that hind end one time, good time, and get you up, ground you from the computer, and you had to miss about 3 or 4 races. So don't knock on the wood yet now. All right. Well, I mean, so tonight we only had one caution. It was very good racing, side by side racing, man. Give us your perspective of you had like 12 seconds to make up, and you had about 5 or 6 cars in between you and Mike Hayes. Tell us how you made it through there without, self-spinning again.
Well, I figured out why I self-spun. It was just car bottom not coming out at 4, so in low pressure. So I just knew to take it easy on the first tires. I was kind of pushing it at first when I spun myself, but yeah, and just navigate through traffic and just took it easy.
Well, I mean, like I said, if that's your taking easy, I would hate to see you actually going strong through those fields, because you were a rocket ship going through there. In no time, you made up, like within like 15 laps, you extinguished the 10-second gap that Mike Hayes had on you. So damn brilliant driving out there, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, man. But before we let you go, party with the rest of the Dirty South Motorsports, who do you want to give a shout out tonight to?
GGA, University of Northwestern Ohio, all Dirty South guys, Blazing Fools guys as well, and definitely Chevy, Windows Scott Foundation, and my grandma and my pops.
All right, there you go. That's a lot of shout outs, but he deserves them. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Thorpe is your winner tonight. congratulations once again. We'll send you back down to Dirty South so you can celebrate with everybody, man. And good luck. And look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks at I think it's Atlanta, but I'm not sure.
I think it's Atlanta as well.
All right, man. How you liking your chances in Atlanta?
I had a good chance there last time I went there, but I got a feeling it's gonna be a little bit different. But I'm all in it.
All right. Well, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you in Atlanta, and look forward to talking to you once again at the end of the race, man. And good luck and have a good night.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, it was Michael Thorpe, your winner tonight. And that's going to wrap it up for another racing here at Global Racing League Xfinity Series. And wrap us up here at Global Racing Esports Network. I'm your host, Mike Lester. Just reminding everybody to have a very safe and wonderful 4th of July and get some cookouts done, get that food in your belly. But please be safe if you're going to fire off some fireworks. If you're just going to watch, stay safe. Stay away from the fireworks and enjoy yourself. For Global Racing Esports Network, I'm Mike Lester.